Hey guys, this week I have a really interesting topic to talk to you guys about. This week we are talking about serving. Now, I'm new to it because I wasn't a server before now, but I thought it'd be kind of cool to make a little video on it. So, where I work, probably every other job is like this too. You have to go through about maybe 2 weeks of training, and you shadow a person and you watch and you learn how they take a table, and then they test you to see how you do it, and then you get put on the floor. Now, serving, I guess in theory, is a little different than actually doing it. In theory, I feel like you see it as where you go and you take tables, and it's not like the hardest thing in the world. It seems a little bit harder when you're not a server, and you feel like it's a lot harder. But when you are a server, it's a lot easier to do. I believe, from what I've experienced so far, it's personality driven. I think your personality has to really sell what you're doing, because you could be messing up and your personality could do all the work for you. And about maybe 2 days ago this happened, where I wasn't messing up, but it was pretty rough, and my personality was the thing that kept everything going. And I hope that's what it was, because I'm pretty sure there was some major stuff that I felt like wasn't right. It's interesting because when you're serving, there's so much knowledge you need to know, but there's so much things you shouldn't have to know that you end up knowing anyway. The biggest thing, I'll admit, is selling alcohol. I think I struggle with that, because that's another thing you realize too. There's certain things, if you don't do it on your free time, you're not going to know how to do it with like a serving position. Now, alcohol is a tricky thing to sell, because I don't know if you go out to eat a lot watching this video, but if you go out to eat, you're either the person who knows exactly what you're drinking, or the person who's willing to take suggestion. And when you suggest something, you have to know how to back it up. Especially when you're suggesting a drink that you sell and you're going, oh, well, this is pretty good. And someone will be like, oh, what's in it? I'm not gonna lie, this happened a few times where I didn't study the drink enough to know. And it was literally a question on a drink I probably never sold, or I am not big on selling, which is a little bit annoying, because you don't want to look stupid and grab at the menu because you work there. You don't want to be like, oh, you don't want to do that. And I think I'm getting a little lucky, because maybe I've been at my job long enough, or maybe I can sell it on description and I have knowledge of some drinks. But the interesting thing about something like a serving job is how much of it is really confidence. I think you don't realize how confident you have to be until you're there. And when you're in the training, you follow a person, you're seeing them do all this selling, and you're like, wow, they're so into it. But then you'll not follow them, and they're not by the table, and they're just like, they're not that person. Which kind of makes me think it's a switch. And that's how I kind of describe it. It's a switch in your head. Because the moment you're at the table, you don't have to be, obviously you're in control, but a lot of the knowledge, a lot of the things you're doing that they're asking for, you have to know how to do it, right? So if you don't have something and someone wants it, you gotta tell them. I feel like do I like serving? I love it. I think serving is one of the coolest things in the world. But there's a ton of things that I'm not going to talk about in this video. It's going to be another video of something I want to do as another video. But it's interesting. It's a double-edged sword. And sometimes you'll have a great table. At the same time, that great table could be like the worst table in the world. You could have a table be the best table where everything comes out on time, everything is great, and then they have to pay, and that's when it's like, whoa, that's too much, I didn't know it was, and it's a whole thing. And I hear this a lot, not at my job, or sometimes at my job and other places, but some people just come out and they want a free meal. And it sucks, especially when you're the person who is talking to the manager about it, because this is your table that these people want a free meal. And it's interesting because like you think, I don't know, maybe part of me knew, because when I was takeout I knew it was like that, where when you were serving that's what it's gonna be, but I never in my life experienced it so suddenly. And I think a lot of people are there just to catch the mistakes. So if you mess up, it's obvious and someone will call you out on it. Now, I haven't been a server for very long. I've been a server for about 2 weeks now. And I think the coolest part so far, because I'll tell you the coolest part and then the worst part. The coolest part so far is the amount of money you can make and how personality can determine how much money you make. I think if you have a table and you're great with them, they will tip you way more than a table where, you know, you're not doing as much. But sometimes you will still get that crazy tip just for being there. And it's crazy to think that, you know, just being there is enough. But some tables, yeah, just being there is enough. Downsides, I think, definitely is complications. There's going to be a lot of complicated tables. And part of that really comes with experience. That's what I've been told. You gotta learn how to control those things. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed the topic. If you have any questions or a video you would like me to talk about, a topic you'd like me to talk about, holy crap, let me know. And of course, feel free to subscribe if you like what you hear and see some of my other videos, because, you know, also if you subscribe, hit me up on one of my social medias and I will follow your account or your Twitter or whatever, because that's the kind of guy I am. So till next time, have a wonderful morning or night, whatever is going on in your